Hi, my dear young listeners. Welcome to yet another story in Just for Your Ears podcast positivity series. Some stories don't need to be long to leave a lasting impact. Today's story is one such gem, simple, relatable, and deeply reflective. It's about something we use almost every day, something we rely on without a second thought. But today, we are going to look at it from a completely different perspective, one that may just shift the way you look at control, pause, and even people in your life. So, sit back, relax, and get prepared to fly into the world of high speed driving, of course, with brakes. The name of the story is How Brakes Help You Drive Faster. Once during a physics class, a teacher posed a question to the students: why do we have brakes in a car? The answers came flying in: to stop, to slow down, to avoid accidents. All correct. But then a girl raised her hand and said, to enable us to drive faster. The class paused, the teacher smiled, and a new perspective was born. Think about it. If your car had no brakes, how fast would you dare to go? Brakes aren't there just to stop you, they exist so you can move ahead with confidence. And in life, too, it's the same. Let's look at a real time example. There was a young man, a management graduate, Raghav, ambitious, driven, full of passion. He had spent over 6 years in the corporate world and now he was ready to take the leap. He had a business idea that excited him and a decent settlement package in hand. His mind was made up. He would quit immediately and invest all his funds into launching his startup. But then came the voices of caution from his parents. Have you built a financial cushion for the first year? What if you need to pivot? Shouldn't you explore investors before committing everything you have saved? Raghav felt frustrated. He saw their words as resistance, as brakes slowing down his dream. But somehow, perhaps out of respect or perhaps out of a lingering doubt in his own mind, he decided to wait just a little longer. During this pause, something unexpected happened. Through an old mentor, he was introduced to a potential sponsor, someone willing to invest in his startup idea. It felt like a breakthrough. But then came another surprise. The sponsor had several conditions. You can't hire without my consent. You will need to report performance metrics monthly, and the product roadmap will need our mutual approval. Once again, it felt like someone had pulled the brakes. Raghav, who wanted full freedom, now found himself boxed in. But he remembered his parents' words. Maybe, just maybe, these limits were not restrictions but safeguards. He moved ahead anyway, cautiously, methodically. The first year wasn't easy. There were hiccups, plans got delayed, features were dropped, but slowly, steadily, the business began to take shape and then it began to grow. Today, 5 years later, Raghav looks back on the journey and smiles because now, with wisdom earned through experience, he finally understands brakes didn't slow him down. They gave him control, they protected him from crashing, and they made his success sustainable. What does this story imply? The breaks in your life, the pauses, the questions, the caution are not to hold you back. They are placed there so you can go further, faster, and safer. The key takeaway: whether it's a mentor who challenges your choices, a parent who asks why, or a friend who says, slow down. They are your life's brakes. Respect them because you will not just move if they are not around. Now you will just soar. Thank you for joining me today on Just for Your Ears podcast. If this story made you think of someone who has been your brake, maybe a little annoying at times, but always in your corner, take a moment to thank them wholeheartedly. Until next time, keep driving your journey with the right brakes and the right speed. Stay safe, stay grateful, keep smiling, and be happy with lots of love and positivity. Bye.